Hi, this is Colin Clark, editor of Breaking Defense, wearing the latest in multi-domain command and control headgear here at Raytheon's Media Chalet. I am going to learn a great deal from Jeremy Carney about the concepts the company is exploring to build more resilient command and control systems.
So Colin, great introduction. Really what you're about to see is a simulation of a modern battlefield where we are going to highlight the spectrum dominance capabilities across the SAS portfolio. I'm going to walk you through a variety of different capabilities and we can kind of chat as we go here. Are you ready?
Go.
So we're going to start with just an intro to the conflict. To set the stage, if you will, this is our battle space, what you see in front of you. And we have two allied nations. We'll call them the blue team, and we'll also call them the belligerent DRJ, indicated by the color red. The DRJ is well armed with advanced weapons, including ballistic missiles, cyber defense, cyber attack capabilities, and layered air defense networks. So what you see in front of you through the HoloLens goggles is our version of a modern battle space. We have effectively two allied nations. We'll call them the blue team, and we'll call them the belligerent DRJ. Or the red team. The DRJ is well armed. They have advanced weapons, including ballistic missiles, cyber defense, cyber attack capabilities, and layered air defense networks.
And what I'm seeing are highly dispersed forces across a range of topography, from water to mountains to a literal stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll notice quite a few different assets. You can also see them on the screen here. But we have a variety of different airborne assets, really the littoral component, the land component. And what we're going to move into now is really a cyber vignette, if you will. Here, the DRJ is also extremely skilled and aggressive in the cyber realm. So as you know, maintaining secure communication in the advanced threat environment is really quite critical. So the blue team is using Raytheon's advanced, extremely high-frequency solutions that prevent jamming and interception. They've also turned to Raytheon for cyber defense. We deliver cyber hardening and the latest techniques to protect, authenticate, and provide secure access to information.
Am I looking at satellite data streams?
You are?
And they are going from the ground up to what look like J-stars and maybe Global Hawks?
Yeah, what you can see here, if you look up, if you raise your view higher,
you can there
also see the responder, so space-based surveillance.
The Sentinel, okay.
There you go, and the broader coordination across the battlefield. So as joint commanders gather intelligence on enemy capabilities, the responder satellite uses hyperspectral imaging to confirm missile and air defense sites. Here in the top right-hand corner, you should see the U-2S Dragon Lady with ASAR's 2A radar, which also collects valuable intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance data, confirming unknown enemy air defenses and missile sites. We also have Sentinel featured in the top and in the vignette. The Sentinel type of special mission aircraft provides a complete ISR picture using long-range standoff sensors. We also are featuring protected SATCOM, which feeds real-time situational awareness into the distributed common ground station, which shows the DRJ is preparing for a conflict.
And the imagery we're looking at, aside from using it to sort of illustrate your concepts, it looks as if it might even be for a battle management system for commanders to use in the event of an actual conflict. Am I right?
Well, you mean
at least conceptually.
So what you're looking at here, could it be used by battle space commanders?
Yes.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. That's something that we're currently not utilizing this for, but we've had quite a few different conversations throughout the air show, really, with different stakeholders that have really highlighted that this type of technology could be very useful there.
Interesting.
So, as I was saying, the DRJ supported insurgents conducted an attack on a friendly forward operating base. Mm-hmm. The base is protected by an integrated complement of missile defense and advanced counter-UAS technology. You saw some of that when you walked in out front.
Yep.
And so here we're going to walk through really a drone attack. So the MPQ-24 Sentinel radar scans the skies at a 360 degree.
Being carried by a whole swarm of quadcopters.
Yep, and fortunately we're detecting those IED quadcopters. Here we've got our Polaris MRZR mounted high energy laser system. This is the first stage to engage using the multispectral targeting system's beam detector to track and engage multiple targets, multiple UAS targets, and we can see them falling out of the sky. And now a second swarm coming in, and only to be engaged at close range by rapid pulses from the HPMS system, the high power microwave system. Again, directed energy weaponry, and permanently stopping the attack. Again, you can see them falling out of the sky.
How very champish.
The engagement has a final phase. This Cyber Electromagnetic Activities, CEMA, team uses something we call wind shear to conduct a controlled takeover and real-time interrogation of a surviving drone in order to pinpoint the swarm, launch the site, and track the threats, high-value target perpetrator.
Now, does that mean you can, by interrogating the drone, go back to the person controlling it and kill them?
Go back to the person controlling and kill them.
Or did I overinterpret?
I think that's a little bit beyond this capability.
Just wanted to make sure.
All right. So now we're going to move into a subsequent phase, really something we call the actionable intel piece of this story. And we've moved into the phase where effectively the conflicts are pulling together and sharing actionable intel. Again, we have Sentinel back in the picture. The Allies receive reports that the enemy is about to cut off international shipping lanes, so we're going to get into a bit of the littoral picture you can see on the right. They dispatch the Sentinel special mission aircraft. Its dual mode radar picks up a suspicious track. We get a little closer. Operators use SAR and identify the track as an unknown enemy vessel. Now the Allies begin sharing information across the secured network. They use the Navy multi-band terminal to ask a nearby destroyer to confirm the suspicious track using the SLQ-32.
If I may just interject,
You bet.
Those who are watching, the screen you're watching is 2D. The one I'm looking at is 3D. And you can see aircraft flight paths in great detail, and the depth of field is really pretty impressive.
We're glad you like it. So at the same time, Sentinel sends the SAR imagery to a maritime information management system using Link 22, secure tactical data link. That takes over the imagery, applies machine learning and automation to confirm the enemy vessel ship's type and class. Again, top right. Now we're going to pull in the Reaper. We task the Reaper with an MTSB sensor to obtain high definition visual ID. And that's the moment that the conflict turns hot. We'll see the enemy ship now engage the Reaper, but by then the Reaper has already delivered its data to a nearby FNA-18F.
So you're using the Reaper to find and fix the target.
Correct. And now we will move to the fun part, engaging. So using AESA and APG-79 radar and high-definition EOIR at FLIR to target the enemy vessel, the FNA-18 devastates it with a joint standoff weapon, JSOW.
I think that gives us a pretty good idea of the breadth of capabilities you're talking about. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
I'm Colin Clark, editor of Breaking Defense.